It was a chilly evening on December 1, 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama. The streets were busy with people heading home after work. Among them was a quiet, tired seamstress named Rosa Parks. At 42 years old, Rosa was known to her friends as kind but determined, someone who believed in fairness. Life for Black Americans in Montgomery, like much of the South, was harsh. Segregation was the law. Black and white children couldn't go to the same schools. Black people couldn't drink from the same water fountains as whites. And on public buses, black passengers were forced to sit in the back. If the bus got crowded, they were expected to give up their seats for white passengers. That night, Rosa finished her workday at a department store, boarded the city bus, and sat in the middle section, the first row black people were allowed to sit in. The bus rolled along, picking up passengers. Soon it began to fill. A white man boarded and stood near Rosa. The bus driver looked back and barked at Rosa and 3 other black passengers, "Y'all better move. Let that man sit." The others reluctantly stood. But Rosa stayed seated. The driver glared at her. "Did you hear me? Get up." Rosa looked him in the eye and calmly said, "No." It wasn't that she was physically too tired to move, as she later explained, "I was just tired of giving in." The driver threatened to call the police. Rosa didn't flinch. Moments later, 2 officers arrived. They asked her why she wouldn't move. She simply answered, "Why do you all push us around?" That night, Rosa was arrested and fined. But word of her quiet act of defiance spread quickly through Montgomery's black community. A young preacher, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., just 26 years old at the time, was asked to help lead a response. Together with other leaders, they organized the Montgomery Bus Boycott, a massive protest where black riders refused to use the buses. The boycott lasted 381 days. Black residents walked to work, carpooled, rode bicycles, anything but ride the segregated buses. The city's buses ran almost empty, day after day. Drivers and officials grew frustrated. Dr. King's home was bombed. Protesters were threatened and arrested. But Rosa's quiet courage had lit a fire. Finally, in December 1956, the Supreme Court ruled that bus segregation was unconstitutional. Black and white passengers could sit wherever they wanted. That simple, quiet word, "no," changed history. Rosa Parks continued to work as an activist for civil rights for the rest of her life. In her later years, she said, "I would like to be remembered as a person who wanted to be free, so other people would be also free." She passed away in 2005, at the age of 92, honored as the mother of the civil rights movement. Cherry blossoms sometimes, it only takes one quiet voice to say, "no," to spark a movement that shouts, "yes," to justice.